guys, happy Friday. So this is your girl Kimberly. Welcome to Kimberly's Corner. I want to tell y'all a story today, okay? Because I think it's very important to know that the journey that we're going through, the trials and the challenges that we face, is purposeful into transforming the person that we are meant to be. So, in my book on chapter 8, there's a chapter called The Pieces of the Puzzle, okay? So let me briefly tell you how important the pieces are. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't really too much of a puzzle person. So, until I got older, I purchased my granddaughter this puzzle, okay? It has different shapes. And sometimes as a 1-year-old, she gets a little frustrated trying to get these puzzle pieces in the right place. So she'll take a star and she'll probably go like this too with the triangle until I point it and guide her to putting it into the star place. Okay? So allow me to tell you a story, okay? Trust me, all of this is going to work out. In 2001, I worked at CVS, okay? I worked in CVS Pharmacy. It sounded cool. It sounded like a place I wanted to be. And I was getting paid $7 an hour back then. It was pretty good money, especially if I didn't have to do transportation, because I could go right across the street to work. That was perfect. Come on now, working right across the street from where you live, well, down the block, right across the street. So, by the time I got to that place, I've already experienced some things, okay? So, instead of actually working through that or trying to heal from that, I tried to keep going. So, by that time, I was a mother of 2. I had a 5-year-old son at the time and a 1-year-old daughter. And after work, I got home. My cousin called me and she told me about this program that she was in. It was called the Cloud Program. It was grant funded through Pace University. So Pace University got together with a whole bunch of other philanthropists who wanted to work with the Department of Social Services to help single mothers become more self-sufficient. The program was to get your certificate in computer applications, I believe. Computer applications. It's a 6-month program. It was a 6-month program. And she told me about all the great internships that they had. Like big people, guys. These people were big folks. So, and also, if you wanted to, you could go on and earn your associate degree. And I thought that was great. So I went right on down to the Department of Social Services, which is always a cold, dark, dreary place. I remember sitting there and just thinking to myself, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. I should not be here. I kept saying that to myself, because I just didn't want to. But it's like I just can't seem to make things right. For some reason, I kept finding myself back in the same position all the time. And I remember that day perfectly, and I always tell the story because, I mean, well, just listen. My name was called. I went back to talk to my caseworker, and I was so excited. I said I wanted to go to school, right? So my caseworker told me that it costs too much. You can't go. And that I could go to school to be a nurse. No, that's not what I want to do. Now, some people go into the medical field. It just wasn't my thing. I didn't want to go be a nurse. Okay, that just wasn't for me. So what I did was I went home kind of feeling defeated, but not quite. I reached for the phone I called his supervisor, and she told me that I needed to come back down and reapply. So I did, but not before she finished telling me I needed to quit CVS. She told me I need to quit. Most people be ready to kick you off of social services. So she told me to quit CVS. And then she asked me, do you have a 1-year-old? I said, yeah. She said, okay, well, come on down Monday morning, but make sure you're not working when you come into the office. So I did exactly that. I went back down, not knowing she went ahead. She went ahead and fixed it. She went ahead and talked to my caseworker. Because when I got there and I sat down, he shuffled around some papers and everything. And then when he went to go make copies of my papers, he got up and mumbled, people are not gonna like you going over their head. Listen, okay, I understand protocol. I tried it your way. It didn't work. So what you want me to do? Now, even before I knew the story fully, that cloud program was designed for me. Okay? Because what? I needed only to have a 1-year-old child in order to start. And I needed to be collecting public assistance. I qualified. And it wasn't coming out your pockets, because it was coming out the pockets of those alumni and philanthropists at Pace University and whoever they partnered with. Okay, guys, first of all, I need you to keep in mind that the supervisor went before me and already made sure that I was going to go to school in September. Okay? Not only that, Pace University and all those partners had women like me in mind. So I went to school. I earned my associate's degree. I got the certificate. I graduated. I graduated high school, guys, with my son in my arms. I graduated college with both kids in the audience. Not only that, I kept going and I earned my bachelor's degree in communications. I laugh because I love talking. I didn't know that. I went to school for mass communications, and I know I probably should have trimmed it down some, maybe a journalist or a writer or being a news broadcaster, something. But I just stood with mass communications because the only thing I knew is that I wanted to be an advocate. And I don't know who I wanted to advocate for. Guys, there's a lot of people that I could probably advocate for, but the last thing I thought about advocating for was you. As I'm doing this video, I'm actually looking at the picture of myself. And those women who look like me and who actually had to go through something, but they are not clear on the puzzle pieces that they had to go through, had to pick up along the way. So here I am, building and speaking, writing a book about love and forgiveness and healing. Do you know what pieces are in this book? Abuse, relationships, looking for love in all the wrong places, okay? And then suppressing it all with alcohol. Guys, until I found the love of the one who created us, and I realized that he always cared about us, and that each piece was absolutely necessary. Have you ever looked on a puzzle box and you see a perfectly well done picture, but then you open the box up? It could be a box of 9 or 900. On the inside, it looked like a huge mess. Who is going to put all these pieces together? Someone with patience. Someone who actually knows the importance of finding each puzzle piece and putting it in its appropriate place. But there was puzzle pieces I didn't want to talk about. They was locked off. There was one other puzzle piece that I had, and that was alopecia. I lost all my beautiful hair as a young adult, and I lost my self-worth because I thought my hair was tied to it. So, of course, I thought then I might be worthless. Like, who's gonna love me with no hair? First of all, it's important that I love myself, right? A few weeks back, I went with someone, my mentor, in my old neighborhood, one of my old neighborhoods, because I currently moved more than once. So I went past this old house that I used to live in, an apartment. I began telling him where I was mentally. Oh my gosh. The shame that came over me. I was like, and I think that my mentor felt that, because my mentor said, "You're not even there no more. You came a long way." Guys, I want to tell you the same thing. Okay, whenever you feel that those pieces come back up to haunt you, or throw themselves in your face saying, "Look what you did. You're never going to be good enough." Let me tell you, you don't even live at that address no more, so stop checking the mail, okay? Because it's just a piece of who you are. It's not to say it is you. It kind of, added more flavor. The piece the creator has made. Listen, do not throw away those puzzle pieces. Do not throw away those pieces, because every piece is purposeful. You are an unrepeatable miracle, all right? No one can do what you do. And for you to overcome something so grand as what you did, you deserve everything that God has for you. Let me just tell you that if you could see yourself whole and complete, vibrant and beautiful, just like these pieces, if you could see yourself the way your Creator sees you, if you could see yourself the way I see you, because I think you're amazing. So I just wanted to tell y'all about the pieces. And if you want a copy of my book, go to www.hisunlikelysource.org. Purchase you a copy. You could get an autographed copy when you go to my website. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I just want you to remember just how great you are. And I hope that you will be able to see yourself as the Creator sees you. Bye, guys.